27 minutes down to 7 o'clock. Make a little dance this morning now. Shake the blues away. What are you worrying about? This too shall pass, alright? Give the time some time, and then everything is gonna be alright. Dance like a winner. Speak like a winner. Walk like a winner. Yeah. Taking into consideration, you've got the power to command your day. Today's gonna be a good day. And no demon in hell would stop that. Hey Roger, good morning again. Mr. Vincent at the machine shop, good morning to you, bro. How you doing?
I wanna hear you scream.
Scream out loud. Huh? Pastor Laurie Dominic and the First Family, good morning. The congregation of the Wester Hall New Testament Church of God, good morning. On a 21-day fast and pray. Strongholds will be pulled down. Chains will be broken. 2024, the year of war. Spiritual war, that is, all right? First Lady Nautica, good morning to you and the children. My friend inside of Stone Road attached to Roberts Enterprise in St. George's, good morning. I just love this song. JJ, good morning. How's Nai? Sylvie and Daphne, good morning. I love this song. To all the bus drivers of the nation, good morning to you. The children are back at school. Take your time. I had a look on the outside a while ago. It's rainy. Be careful on the nation's carpets. Drive with due care and attention. Drive and look out for those who are not looking out for themselves or for you, right?
One more time.
Members of the RGPF, good morning, the rank and file. Commissioner Don Mackenzie and your team, good morning. The folks at His Majesty's Prison, good morning.
Come on. I want to see you get your shoes on. Come on.
Yeah, when you see me dance, I dance like a winner, man. Yeah, I still had throat, boy. I should go back in this thing, boy. Yeah. All right, folks, it's time for the program. Good morning to you, Debbie and the family. Kitty Cat, good morning to you also. And all the wonderful folks in St. David. I understand the PM made a round through the parish, the constituency on Saturday. Honorable Deacon Mitchell, good morning to you and the family. Good morning to your mom, your sister, and everybody. Good morning, bro. How you doing? Putting on weight, boy. Things nice. You're busting pants. Yeah. Folks, it's 22 minutes on to 7 o'clock. The word of the day today, it is an action word, a doing word. It is a verb. It's the word cosplay. Cosplay. And And cosplay is to engage in the activity or practice of dressing up as a character from a work or fiction, such as a comic book, video game, or a television show. Cosplay. C-O-S-P-L-A-Y. Saying good morning to my good friend Sayodi out there in Telescope. You and the family, good morning to you. I've just seen one of my former neighbors from Pearls, Miss Doreen, passed on. Hence the reason I don't like looking at the obituaries, man. I'm seeing too many people that I'm close to. Darren and Darrell, I know your loss. My condolences go out to you and the entire family. My goodness me. Nonetheless, folks, here's how we can use the word cosplay in a sentence. Now, Liz's favorite part of attending Comic Con is choosing a character to cosplay that few others will think of, then recreating the look as accurately as possible. Yeah. Nice. Write it down, jot it down, learn to spell it, learn to pronounce it, but most importantly, learn how to use it in your speech and writing. Nadisha, good morning to you. How do you do? Here's your segment. Worry less about being perfect. Focus more about being real. Yeah, I like this one. You have some perfectionists out there, you know. Always quick to highlight your shortcomings and your faults. And they've got so many skeletons in the closet. Worry less about being perfect. Focus more about being real. Be real, man. Why are you having me in that state, huh? You know, be real. 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Yeah. Buzzing this morning. More agro-processing factories could be coming to Grenada. As you remember, during the revolutionary period, there were plenty of those. However, they fizzled away eventually. Now, do you think with the current trajectory, the focus on agriculture and food security, do you think that we can see more of these factories coming back? Good morning to the Honorable Adrian Persuader Thomas. You and the family, good morning. Teacher Reggie and family, good morning. I told you about this one yesterday, but I need to reiterate it. Cemeteries are running out of space. What can be done to fix it? I told you. Stop dead. Don't die. Don't be like the British. You come here to die? No, I didn't come here to die. I came here to die. An elderly home in Grenada operated by the Missionaries of Charity now facing closure. I saw that. That's in my community, St. David, Pomerose area, to be precise. It's 18 minutes on to 7 o'clock. All right. Now, members of His Majesty's opposition strongly condemn an unprecedented level of disrespect from the government to elected members of the opposition to consistently marginalize the opposition and create an illusion of unity. The latest instance of disregard is evident in a statement released by the Government Information Service, the GIS, of a joint initiative where government and opposition members of Parliament would visit schools to distribute badges to students. Now, astonishingly, while ceremonies were conducted nationwide in schools, no opposition member received any information about this initiative. This and similar cases highlight a pattern of tactically using ministers of government and operative of the National Democratic Congress to fulfill the official roles of parliamentary representatives, excluding elected opposition members. How does this behavior depict the theme chosen for this year's independence celebration? One people, one journey, one future? Now, while the opposition remains resolute in our commitment to fulfilling our constitutional and national duties, we will not allow ourselves to be relegated to mere rubber stamps of the government's political agenda. The people of Grenada deserve a government that respects the principles of democracy and ensures fair representation for all citizens. Okay. That's a lot, boy. As Steve Urkel would have said, did I do that? Did you all do that? What's the true story here now? Did you all not invite them, or did you all? All right, now police are investigating. The police force confirmed the occurrence of stabbing incident which occurred on Friday, the 12th January at Grenville in St. Andrew, which resulted in a 19-year-old male sustaining injuries to his head, back, and hands. The victim was taken to the Princess Alice Hospital for medical attention and was later transferred to the General Hospital. He was treated and subsequently released. Police investigation into this matter continues. In an unrelated incident on Friday 12th, officers responded to a report of a chopping at the Grenville Fish Market. One male sustained injuries to his back. He was taken to the Princess Alice Hospital for medical attention. As a result, Keon Richardson turned himself in at the Grenville Police Station and was subsequently charged for the offense of dangerous harm. Mr. Richardson appeared at the Grenville Magistrates Court yesterday and was remanded to His Majesty's Prison. He will return to court on the 5th of February. We also seeing here that a retired United States citizen charged with possession of illegal firearms and ammunition that happened on Sunday the 14th of January. Richard Cyrus Lockman, a 66-year-old retired airline pilot, a citizen of Minnesota, USA, was arrested and charged for the offenses of possession of illegal firearm and possession of ammunition. The charges were laid against Mr. Lockham following the discovery of one Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol and 4 rounds of ammunition in his luggage at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. He subsequently accompanied officers to his yacht at La Faible in St. George, where a search conducted revealed 23 rounds of ammunition and 6 warheads. Mr. Lockman appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court yesterday, Monday 15th, and he pleaded guilty to the charges. He was fined 4,000 EC dollars, which was paid. Okay, all right. Okay. Folks, we've got to bring it off here. We've got to do the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Those of you who are on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Stick and stay with us. We're with you anywhere and everywhere. We'll be back.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we've got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide, to light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Will Cayman 6 be allowed to perform in Grenada? That's the question weighing on the minds of some Grenadians, citing this as a potential threat given his alleged involvement in recent acts of violence.
Cayman 6, a Trinidadian controversial artist who is allegedly linked to an ongoing rivalry between 2 competing gangs in the Twin Island Republic, is due to perform at Orfet, to be held on February 6th at the Cowpen Big Yard in Lafayette, St. Andrew. News of this sparked unease among many Grenadians, as there have been claims of attempts over the past few weeks to eliminate Cayman. According to a report in the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, 18 days ago, A brazen ambush by gang members led to carnage along the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway in St. Augustine as 4 people, including an innocent woman who was in a house, were murdered. The report claims that the gunmen were targeting the Trinidad artist known as Kashif Cayman 6 Alexander when they launched a gun attack along the westbound lane of one of the country's busiest highways. Police believe the attack was orchestrated after a picture of the entertainer and his entourage, which showed them set to depart the airport in Barbados for Trinidad, was posted on social media less than 1 hour before. The Guardian report further states that police said he also survived a gun attack in October along Arapita Avenue in Woodbrook. GBN sought to get a feedback from the Ministry of Labour on the procedure for artists to enter and perform in Grenada and whether or not investigations are carried out before the issuance of a permit. According to Labour Commissioner Ms. Sparkle Grenade-Courtney, foreign national citizens' employment regulations set out the criteria for the documents required when applying for a work permit. The Act mandates that the minister be the person responsible for approving the permit. In CARICOM countries, certain exemptions may apply regarding the fees associated with the permits, as in the case of entertainers. However, if an entertainer is coming from an OECS country, they are not required to get a work permit. Mrs. Grenade-Courtney said they have not received any application for a permit from the artist in question. Speaking in a general sense, the Labour Commissioner explained that if it's a matter of national security, based on the documents presented at the time of application, and a red flag presents itself, then other entities such as the Immigration Department and or the Royal Grenada Police Force are contacted. GBN spoke to the promoter of Orfet, Jude Jack, who informed our news desk that he was in dialogue with the police. However, up until news time, no confirmation or permission to host the event was given. Jack said he would keep our news team updated. Christina John, GBN News.
The Cybersecurity Incident Response Team, or CSIRT, continues to issue a stern warning to the public regarding an alarming surge in online scams, with the latest victims being government ministers whose online profiles are being compromised. We get more in this Nisha Peters report.
Recent incidents of online scams highlight the escalating sophistication of cyber threats and the need to heighten cybersecurity measures. According to Jarvis Dabrio, coordinator of the Grenada National Cybersecurity Response Team, multiple government ministers' online profiles have fallen victim to a series of targeted attacks.
What we've seen in the last few weeks, there is an active one for Gloria Thomas, there is one for Cornwall, there is one for Prime Minister, there is one for Senator Lacrette, there is one for who did I miss out? Joseph Andel, ministers and senators, so no disrespect, but there are quite a few. And what people need to understand is when you look at it, the World Health Organization does not give money to individuals. The UN does not give money to individuals. These are the two grand scams that we've been seeing. And a third one pop up under Minister Cornwall's, where it says something about CARICOM giving money. Again, CARICOM does not give money to individuals. So when you see these things, leave it alone.
In response to these incidents, CSIRT has advised the public to exercise caution when interacting online, especially with emails, messages, or links that seem suspicious.
The other thing too is, and this is where you need to again take a step back and think, is how the instructions when it comes to sending the money. So they'll tell you, all right, send the money, but send it as family and friends via Western Union or MoneyGram. Send it, and as when it comes to why it's being sent for medical bills and so forth. Yeah. Now, GT, if you sent $1,000, $1,000 US, saying it's for medical bills when it is supposed to be for a crypto investment, you have lied. Yes. You're party to a crime, money laundering. So you see how they got you tangled up in there. So now it's like you walk into the police station and say, Mr. Officer, I'd like to report a crime.
These cyber criminals are not only targeting high-profile individuals, but also also employing increasingly sophisticated techniques to deceive unsuspecting victims.
It is dangerous to interact with scammers if you are not sure or clear on what you're doing. Because things like ambient songs, what you say, how you say it, all these things can give them information on you that creates serious problems for you. So you may say, hey, well, I'm just playing with them, but what information are they able to gather from you in you just playing with conversation? Them? Precisely. So be careful about it, but at the same time, understand that if you know how to do it and you keep them busy, you are actually helping to protect somebody else. Because if you recognize the scam and you have them going on the ropes for the whole day, they didn't have time to bother with anybody else.
All right. Yeah. Deborah emphasizes the importance of public cooperation in reporting any suspicious online activities.
We have to, again, just take a step back and think about what we're being asked to do. If it is an investment, I should be able to say it is an investment. Companies, legitimate companies, will not do business just through WhatsApp and Telegram. They'll have a website. But even if it has a website, you still need to go deeper. And for the people who do not know what to do, this is where the National CSOT comes in. Yeah. We are one call away, one message away. It is free to you, even though we all pay, because I'm paid by the state, so taxpayers' money. I'm a servant of the state, but it doesn't cost you anything. It may just mean you having to wait a few minutes, an hour, or a day or two while we do our assessment. And let me say this, to date, we have not gotten it wrong.
He said the organization is committed to enhancing cybersecurity awareness and resilience within the community, urging individuals and organizations to stay informed and adopt best practices to mitigate cyber risk. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, Dame Janice M. Pereira, disclosed plans to make more use of technology within the legal system, and artificial intelligence, AI, is on that list. She announced plans for the legal system as she prepares for retirement. Rena Pierre-Thomas has more in this report.
Dame Janice M. Pereira, the first female Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, has announced her retirement, marking the end of a trailblazing era in the region's legal history. The Chief Justice, who assumed office in 2012, has contributed significantly to the development of the legal landscape in the Eastern Caribbean. Her tenure has been marked by a commitment to justice, legal reform, and gender equality. During her announcement at the ceremonial opening of the new law year, the Chief Justice expressed gratitude for the opportunity to serve in the esteemed position and reflected on the progress achieved during her tenure.
The increased integration of modern technological applications into our day-to-day processes has not only made us more efficient, but has also adequately equipped us for effective crisis management. Thus far, the court has successfully implemented the ELP for the electronic filing and management of all appeal matters, civil matters in the high courts, and most of the magistracy, mainly in respect of civil and family matters.
Dame Janice Pereira is credited as having played a crucial role in modernizing the court system, implementing judicial reform, and promoting legal education. Her aim now is to introduce artificial intelligence, commonly referred to as AI, into the legal system.
We must evaluate and take advantage of the forms of AI that will assist us in overcoming the various challenges we face in making the court's processes more streamlined and efficient. New technologies like AI allow us to automate highly repetitive and routine tasks. Some useful implementations of this innovation include automated court schedules, virtual customer service agents, automated document sorting and review, and computerized report generation from applications like our ELP to provide real-time statistics.
Minister for Legal Affairs and Attorney General in Grenada, Claudette Joseph, in reflecting on the state of Dame Pereira, thanked the head judge for her contribution to the legal framework in the Caribbean. She also spoke on how some of the changes made by the chief judge positively impacted Grenada in particular.
Embracing technology in this manner makes for greater efficiency and transparency in the administration of justice. We are all pleased that the e-litigation portal has now been extended to the magistracy, and this has been working quite well, at least speaking for Grenada. Embracing a digital paperless court brings our court in alignment with other modern courts around the world and positions us to take advantage of new technologies as they emerge.
The Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, which serves as the highest court in the Eastern Caribbean, is now faced with the task of selecting a new chief judge to succeed Dame Janice M. Pereira. The appointment is expected to be a significant decision as it will determine the direction of the court and its role in shaping the region's legal landscape. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Many have been complaining about the perceived lack of patriotism being felt throughout the country. Last week, we aired citizens' concerns about a lack of buzz surrounding Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence celebrations, which boasted a budget of $7.5 million. But for this entrepreneur that we're highlighting, this was the perfect opportunity to let his patriotism shine through his work. More in this Beverly Telesford report.
Dylan Batiste, proud owner of Greens Rugs 473, created a plush wool rug bearing the logo and theme of Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence as his contribution to the celebrations.
The independence logo, I actually love the logo. I had requested permission from the Independence Committee to use the logo back in November of 2023, but I did not get a response as fast as I thought I would. So I took upon myself to create the rug and posted it on social media, hoping that someone from the committee would see it. And to my surprise, they actually saw it faster than I thought. So they reached out to me and everything flowed smoothly from there.
Batiste expressed satisfaction with the overwhelming support he has received since initially posting his independence-themed rug. This feedback, he says, inspires him to put more effort into his business.
They actually loved it and they wanted to know the process behind it and costing and so on. I'm actually surprised by the responses. There are some positive, there are some negative, but we don't feed into the negative. We build from it. So it's going pretty okay. Orders has been coming in. I hope to fulfill all orders during this week coming and following week, so people can be happy with the creation.
Reflecting on the beginning of his new business, which was only roughly 3 months ago, he acknowledged the challenges that came with the startup.
The biggest challenge with this business is sourcing the materials, as I said, like the wool. As per getting wool in Grenada is just a small quantity of wool that you may be able to buy at a time. And in terms of colors, there's not a wide range of colors that you can get or you may like. So that's my biggest challenge. Even the cloth used to do the work, you have to order it because this is not something that's sold long here. The glue, getting the glue, I have to get the glue online as well. So pretty much everything is sourced from the internet.
He had a message for young people wishing to become entrepreneurs.
For young and upcoming entrepreneurs, I believe that you all should reach for your goals. Seek advice from people that has been in business for a while. Don't buy into negative energy. Build from constructive criticism. things like that. Always do your best and don't produce mediocre work, because you may not get the feedback that you're looking for, and that might break your spirit. So always try to do your best in whatever you do, and you will always seek or always get what you're looking for.
Anyone wishing to get in contact with Batiste can reach out to him via Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok at greensrugs473 or via telephone number 535-2014. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Government is undertaking initiatives to actively involve school children in activities to mark the celebration of Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. One such activity is the distribution of 50th independence pins to secondary school students. Christina John has the story.
50 is a big deal. Ministers of government and members of parliament on Monday set aside the cabinet meeting to engage and personally distribute commemorative 50th independence pins to secondary school students throughout the state of Grenada. This distribution, facilitated by parliamentary representatives of each school's constituency, aims to provide a personal touch to the initiative. Camera footage shows students of the Presentation Brothers College and the St. David's Catholic Secondary School providing feedback as the commemorative 50th anniversary pins were attached to their uniforms.
It was very, very, very informative, especially on the part of how Grenada was 50 years back before we got independence. The population, the size, it hit home because I think country of a very small population at that time fighting for its independence. It was very informative. I am very patriotic Grenadian. I love this country. I love Grenada. You would hear a lot of students normally talking about they would like to go overseas and stuff. They don't enjoy Grenada. I love Grenada. Even the song, Growing Up, I've listened it many, many times. My mom sometimes gets fed up with me. I love independence. I love this country. And 50 years is a big milestone, and it definitely means a lot to me.
Well, the colors, like, first thing I noticed was the colors. So then that kind of prepped me, we have seen, independence coming. And, well, the event today was interesting, at least, getting to see how the students themselves react to everybody and how everybody getting the pins and stuff. I find it was interesting and fun.
It was lively, it was informative, it was really, really well done. Personally, I felt really hyped, not only because of the atmosphere, but as he said, it's the 50th anniversary this year. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime occasion. 50 years of unity, 50 years of looking towards the future, reflecting on the past and looking towards the future. As we are the youth, we are the future, we are the next 50 years and beyond.
Terry Pierre, acting principal of the Presentation Brothers College, said this is a proud moment for Grenada and students should recognize its significance.
I wouldn't say first as principal, yes. I've been here a long time, and I think that what we're looking for the celebration is to get the students involved and for them to have some national pride. I think independence, they need to understand what it mean to us, and I think the biggest thing is to have national pride and appreciate what was done by the persons that went before us and continue having that pride for our country.
Minister for Education, Senator David Andrew, believes today's activities exceeded his expectations.
I think it exceeded. I mean, I was always confident that this was the right thing we were doing to involve students and to bring the 50th independence celebration to the school population. So I knew what we were doing was correct, and to have all layers of the school population involved in it. But the energy that I saw and the receptivity of the students, the staff, everybody just seemed to have been so totally welcoming of it that I'm not sure I could have anticipated that, but that was all positive. So I think in that regard, it exceeded my expectation. What makes this so much more important is that the transformation that we seek to do rest and reside with our student population. So the sooner we get them to appreciate and to understand the transformational agenda of which we speak, the sooner we get to see results across our country.
Prime Minister and Parliamentary Representative for St. David, Honorable Dickon Mitchell, was engaged in the distribution at the SDCSS. The 50th Independence Pins features the official logo and holds symbolic value, symbolizing unity and pride among Grenadians. It is hoped that students will proudly wear them as a tangible connection to the nation's history and ongoing independence celebrations. Christina John, GBN News.
One local coach is seeking the public's assistance in securing gear for her team members. Shakira Collymore, who has witnessed the struggles many athletes face when it comes to acquiring proper gear for training and participation in tournaments, wants to make a difference. Many athletes come from households where purchasing suitable shoes and equipment poses a significant challenge, and as a result, Collymore has embarked on a sneakers drive dubbed Shoes for Stars.
Over the years, a number of athletes were unable to comfortably participate or train for their respective disciplines due to inadequate or improper gear. One local coach is determined to make it her duty to ensure that members of her volleyball team are properly equipped with the necessary gear. Volleyball coach for the Ministry of Sports and head coach of the national youth team, Shakira Collymore, has embarked on an initiative dubbed Shoes for Stars. Collymore explained what prompted the sneakers drive, as well as the necessary size of footwear that are needed at the moment.
So this initiative, I thought about it since last year, September, when our female team was traveling to go to Dominica to participate in a youth tournament. However, it was kind of short span. It was a short time, and I said, okay, I'll leave it for a later time. But then, it started playing on my mind again, and I said, listen, I should do this initiative. I just think that people should really look into this initiative. I think sports is a really big thing in Grenada, though we're not out there as the bigger countries, but in terms of getting youths involved in something positive, because I would reach out to kids, why are you not coming to training? And they'll be like, coach, I want to come to training, but I don't have sneakers. Some would say I don't have money to pay bus and those kind of stuff. So this is something that I'm really passionate about for male and female. So we know the females, relatively some of them, their feet are small, but the ranges are from probably 6 to about 10, 11, but we know for the men, we have guys with big feet who wear size 12, 13, and we know the cost of those kind of sneakers based on size.
She is hopeful that in the not-too-distant future, Shoes for Stars will be able to assist not only her volleyball team, but athletes from different disciplines.
Originally for volleyball, but I think that this is something that can expand to other sports, because we know that not only volleyballers, but netballers, footballers, basketballers, sneakers is something that is relatively very expensive. And judging from where players come from, no disrespect, but the background, a lot of them, when it comes to purchasing proper gears to play, it is sort of a challenge. So it's an initiative starting with volleyball, but I think other people can, branch off.
Individuals who are interested in contributing towards this venture can reach out to Collymore via Facebook at Letitia Collymore or through the Ministry of Sports. For GBN News, Janelle McDonald.
In a stunning achievement for the sister isle of Carriacou, Paradise Beach has been named the #1 beach in the Caribbean by USA Today's 2023 Top 10 Readers' Choice Awards for the second time. The 2021 edition of the 10 Readers' Choice Awards #1 position was also captured by the popular beach, which was featured on USA Today's official website. The award not only highlights the pristine beauty of Paradise Beach, but also showcases Grenada as a premier destination attraction for sun seekers and beach enthusiasts. The 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards highlight the best of the best in contests covering categories such as destinations, food and drink, hotels, and things to do. Nominees in all categories are chosen editorially by a panel of experts. CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roach, said this is a truly outstanding award for our tourism product, and we want to sincerely thank the USA Today editorial team for our nominations, and then to all those who voted, we couldn't have done it without you. In the remaining categories, Grenada's Punjabi restaurant placed 10th in the Best Caribbean Restaurant category. For Best Rum in the Caribbean, Wester Hall Rum and Clark's Rum placed 10th and 7th respectively. Esther's Bar placed 5th in the category of Best Caribbean Beach Bar, and in the category of Best Caribbean Resort, True Blue Bay Resort also took 5th position, and Spice Island Beach Resort took the 4th position in Best All-Inclusive Resort. 2 men are facing serious chop wounds following separate altercations on Friday night, while a fishing boat with 2 passengers went missing on Saturday in the waters between Union Island and Canawan, sparking a search and rescue operation. Rena Pierre Thomas fills us in on incidents that occurred over the weekend.
The male individual from St. Andrew is currently receiving medical attention at the Princess Alice Hospital after sustaining serious chop wounds to his back on Friday. According to a police report, the altercation occurred at the Granville Fish Market. Pictures circulating on social media of the incident showed the injured man with 2 chop wounds to his back. The cause of this dispute remains unclear. As a result of the incident, Keon Richardson turned himself in at the Grenville Police Station and was subsequently charged for the offense of dangerous harm. He appeared at the Grenville Magistrate Court today, Monday, 15th January, and was remanded to His Majesty Prison until his next court appearance on the 5th of February 2024. In an unrelated incident, the RGPF also confirmed the occurrence of a stabbing incident, which also occurred on Friday in Grenville St. Andrew. This resulted in a 19-year-old male sustaining injuries to his head, back, and hands. He was taken to the Princess Alice Hospital for medical attention and later transferred to the General Hospital, treated, and subsequently released. Police have arrested and charged 66-year-old retired airline pilot Richard Cyrus Lockman, a citizen of the United States, for the offense of possession of illegal firearm and possession of ammunition. This occurred on Sunday. The charges were laid against Mr. Lockman when 1 Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol and 4 rounds of ammunition were discovered in his luggage at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. A later search by police on his yacht at La Fableur, St. George, revealed 23 rounds of ammunition and 6 warheads. Mr. Lockman appeared at the St. George's Magistrate Court today, Monday the 15th January 2024, and he pleaded guilty to the charges. He was fined $4,000 EC, which was paid. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Meanwhile,
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am a VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs. Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's time for the conversation this morning. And of course, I want to say good morning to my good friend Sagi, Mr. Christopher out there in Birch Grove in St. Andrew. Good morning, bro. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine. I hope your day is going well thus far. This morning, the conversation, we haven't had a lengthy, meaningful conversation for quite a while. So this morning, there are a number of issues raising. The issue with the cemetery, some folks are concerned about that. As a matter of fact, one of my contributors on Facebook says, when the government does allocate a new site for a cemetery, the size of the houses that people put in the cemetery, I'm think they're talking about the tombs and so forth, need to be, looked into. That's one of the talking points. The situation where the opposition says they were not invited to the schools with the government as they intended to in the distribution of the badges. However, if there's something in your vicinity that you think merits, a discussion, we can accommodate that. Remember that you are to make sure that your volumes are turned down, you get straight to the point, and leave out the preamble and so forth, and let's just have a conversation. Let's go to the telephone line and say good morning, caller.
Good morning to you, Mr. Anderson. How are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome, Cultiaman.
Well, how do you in the street down there?
Well, I inside, so you ain't watching me yet.
I know, but it's a lot of rain up here, and happy for it, I'm glad for it,
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me, and Grenada doing some work here, really cutting the overhangings on them, but still, I didn't really please of the work, because a lot of people, myself, I have a problem with the overhanging, but they're not climbing high and cut the branches, some of the branches over the electricity line. There's only cutting all them low branches and one no start to one government court last year and year before, like the road workers on them. Is only cutting. And I have a sabana tree in my yard, but the branches now is going over this light, what they call it, like the street light. So I went and complained about that many times. They told me that I have to write in a letter. It's not like before that they come and cut like bearing trees. But they do some work last week, it was Thursday or Friday. And they skip out the sabana tree, reach all the branches is over the line, and I cannot cut it for myself. But I have a grapefruit tree inside. Some branches is really coming over 40, but they interfere with the grapefruit, which is the grapefruit flowers in, and it have young ones on it. And what they did, Mr. Innocent, I looking for the branch inside of the property. There is no problem because the branch cut. But what they do now, they cut the branches and them on the tree, and they leave all the branches and them on top of the tree. You find that right?
No, that's not right.
You find that right?
No, that's not right.
Then I tell you, I was looking for the branch, because I told me that like somebody must climb the grapefruit or whatever, but I picked out all the grapefruit. But yesterday morning, when I look up on the tree, I see that they cut the branches on it and they leave it stick up on the tree.
Okay.
But I'm going to the office this morning, but they have to pay competition because long time they used to pay like for the bearing fruit. So why they did not trim this sabana tree? How they could skip out the main thing, what covering the lines, and they go and interfere with the grapefruit tree?
Okay.
Have a good morning.
You too, Cultiaman. Have a good one. Hey, blessings. Yeah, good. All right, Grenlek, you have a disturbed customer there, so you've got to be prepared because he's coming to the office today. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Greetings.
Greetings, welcome.
Trust that all is well. Nice weather, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely.
Two little things, Mr. Joseph. The first is an observation made, a news item this morning. Dealing with a foreign citizen, a U.S. citizen, caught with we consider to be illegal firearms. I was told a pistol, I think it's SNW.
Yeah, yes? a 9 millimeters.
9 millimeter with 4 plus 23 rounds of corresponding ammunition. But the part that raises the red flag, Mr. Joseph, 6 quote-unquote warheads. Now, this is a very powerful word, warheads. My understanding since as a boy that a warhead is the explosive component of a missile or a torpedo or such military equipment. They may vary in sizes. The interesting thing will be to know the size of these warheads. And of course, the equipment, what equipment uses this type of warhead. This is a very serious thing. But additionally, Mr. Joseph, this man was only charged 4,000 US, pardon, 4,000 EC dollars. Personally, that's a slap on the wrist. And an insult, because we're in a state where we're being overwhelmed with firearms, illicit firearms, and every day we're talking about it, control it, how we can mitigate the proliferation and otherwise. And this is what we're getting, Mr. Joseph. This is what the law provides. 6 warheads and 27. Mr. Joseph, something is wrong with this country. I ask myself, are our people really serious in combating illicit firearms in this country? Finally, we're moving into a stage, of course, Mr. of celebration. We're in it, I understand already. The stones are being painted, the trees are being painted, and otherwise. 50 years of independence, whatever that means. But there are questions to be answered, Mr. Joseph, and I continue to ask them. There is a document on the internet. It's called, take a note of the title because I want to make an invitation to you to do something with this document. Constitution Review in Grenada, some things to consider. It was authored by, and note the word authored. There's a difference between author and author, Mr. Joseph, just by the way for what it's worth. By Nicholas Liverpool, may he rest in peace. Ably assisted by a gentleman called Randy McIntosh, Carol Bristol, McIntosh being then a law professor, legal luminary, Bristol being a senior crown counsel, Basil Harford, reputable Grenadian public service servant, and of course a reputable Grenadian citizen, and then Reverend Gerard Paul, a prelate of the Roman Catholic Church. This was done in 2002. Now, this commission, set up by the then government or authority, produced a booklet. On the booklet, pages 5 and 6, stipulates there crystal clearly, well titled, the terms of reference of the commission, and a section called the Constitution of Grenada, where it went on to speak of what a constitution is and where the constitution gets its legal authority to make the laws of the country. But there's a part I want to spell out in one sentence, particularly it went on to explain other things. It says in paragraph 2, it is instructional to note that neither the document terminating Grenada's associate state with the United Kingdom, nor the Constitution of Grenada have been discussed in the Parliament of Grenada, and are nothing else but imperial orders in council of the Queen's Most Excellent Majesty. It then went on, Mr. Joseph, to tell us what we should do, or to advise us, should I say. We try to tell, but to advise us what we should do to create our own constitution. In other words, to correct the anomaly. Now, we're talking about 20 years ago, 22 years ago, Mr. Joseph. Almost half the term of the so-called independence that we talk about. Nobody did anything about it, and nobody wants to believe that this document exists. I would like to invite you, sir, and your entity, GBN, to convene a team of legal luminaries, constitution gurus, and we're full of them here in this here country. We're full of them. To read this to find this document is there, available to everybody. And let's talk about it. The time has come in this country. Now, may I make this absolutely clear? That none of us in this world can turn the history back, the past. That's done with. But we all have the capacity, individually or collectively, to influence the consequences of the past. I want to make that very clear. I cannot change anything. You cannot. But we can correct the shortcomings of the past. And I think it's just time that the Grenadian people get to understand the farce, the mischief that have been made on us. We have been relegated to the most demeaning state of subservience and subjugation to the British Crown, while we're being tomfooled, to use a nice word, a Grenadian word, that we are politically independent and sovereign nation state. There are people who do not want to change it because they enjoy the tete that it provides. It's just about time that we correct this thing. Let us talk about it. I invite you to find the document GBN and let's talk about it. Invite the men know. The people that we can find are listening and they know who they are. They too can volunteer to come forward and to explain it to the Grenadian people why they've been doing this to us. Mr. Joseph, do have a nice day, will you?
Thanks, and
I'll
same
be
to
back
you.
sometime.
Thanks, and same to you, caller. Have a good one yourself. 29 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's head back to the telephone line and then we get into our Facebook page. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
I think Grenada has a very interesting history since independence, or so-called independence, as some people would say. Sometimes we as a nation, through our authorities, have behaved Muslim puppets. Grenada, I cannot be proud that of part of our history when we were a blatant puppet of particularly the United States, supporting the apartheid regime of sort. Implicitly, I mean, certainly supporting the regime in South Africa at the time. I voted against the resolution that used to come up annually against apartheid. This is one of the reasons why Nelson Mandela, the late Nelson Mandela, when he was expected to come to Grenada, declined to come and gave a good excuse. His first wife died, so he had to head back from Trinidad straight to South Africa. I just want people to remember that. And also when we used to be battling Cuba internationally after invasion, people don't like to really face those facts, but these are facts. And one of the longest serving politicians in Grenada was part and party of that. I need not call any name. Now, on an international basis now, again, it shows where we are in consciousness. Last week, the government of South Africa took Israel to the international court. I mean, the cases, they didn't do it last week, but it was heard last week. And some brilliance came out there, especially the representative of South Africa, the main one. But you know what happened? Like the rest of the international media, we have refused to highlight the brilliance of someone who looks like us and is part of us. and we have almost created embargo, a blanket, including GBN, rather than use this occasion as a means of educating our people about law at the highest level. I mean, internationally, South Africa is getting extreme credit. I mean, continuous credit for taking that bold step and the role of its citizens and also those who support them. But yet, the average Grenadian or West Indian has no idea what has transpired in the court. I'm saying the average. I know there are some conscious people around. And I think we need to. And I'm saying against the background of some of what the last caller said. We are still infant as far as when it comes to the world, because if you rely on other people, if we have to depend on their frame of reference and what's important to them to make it important to us, to be important to us, then I mean we are doomed to be diminished, for want of a better word. And every day I listen to my people, and I'm not impressed. We really and wanting of being people of first order. We are second-hand people. I'm not saying this is not about class, now second-hand. We mimic other people in our language, in our gestures, everything. We despise our people. For instance, somebody told me yesterday, we have a psychic being advertised on our media, our local media, and yet we despise our spiritual indigenous people. We make them devils. That's all I'll say for now. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. 26 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a commercial break. We'll be back.
Get ready to mark a historic milestone. It's the 50th anniversary of Independence Gala Cocktail and Dance, Saturday, 3rd February 2024 at the Crown Ballroom Radisson, starting at 7 p.m. for the all-inclusive cost of $500. All proceeds go towards the restoration of Government House. Secure your tickets now and be a part of history. Be there at the Radisson on February 3rd, 2024, hosted by Governor General Dame Cecile La Grenade.
Tickets available at Grenadian Optical, Melville Street and Grand Anse, the 50th Anniversary Independence Committee Secretariat on the Carenage, and online at gotofet.com.
Youth leaders and young people with big dreams, now is your time. We want you to be involved in Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence.
If you're between the ages of 14 and 30, you are invited to participate in the Youth Symposium. January 19th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Radisson Beach Resort.
We're bringing together the nation's sharpest young minds for a day of innovation, collaboration, and empowerment.
Registration is free, but space is limited. Visit the Grenada Tons 50 social media pages for the registration form or speak to your school's principal.
This is not just an event, it's a movement.
The Youth Symposium for Grenada's 50th independence. Let's make history together. Because in Grenada, I can, you can, we can.
Agritech Limited Grenada is your one-stop shop for all your farming needs. We provide seeds and seedlings, pesticides, fertilizers, irrigation and water management systems, veterinary products, and a wide range of agricultural products and implements. Our staff is knowledgeable and ready to serve you. Call us on 435-9677 or 440-4460 or visit us in Happy Hill, St. George. We are open Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Agritech Limited Grenada. Come grow with us.
Yes, we have rebranded and we are now called Bees Bee's Crispy Chicken, serving you with authentic, well-seasoned fried chicken using our own secret recipe. Unlike Tom Jones and Uncle Sam, we use a blend of local herbs and spices to give you, our valued customers, delicious fried and grilled chicken at affordable prices. Our menu includes chicken and chips, wraps, salads, hamburgers, chicken burgers, fried and grilled fish, your favorite ice cream flavors, and much, much more. You can find us at XL Plaza Grand Anse and our 2 express outlets at Granby Street, St. George's and Jubilee Street, St. Andrew. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Order online via Yogo or call 403-8003 to order in advance. Bee's Crispy Chicken. For us, by us.
And welcome back, viewers and listeners. Let's take a look at what's happening on our Facebook platform. Mary Banks, as usual. Good morning, Mary. Catherine Phillip says good morning also. Good morning, Catherine. Yulin says good morning, Gordon. Good morning to everyone. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Have a blessed, wonderful, safe day ahead. Sharon Bartholomew, good morning, y'all, all the way from Northern Virginia. Happy Tuesday. Lydia Cameron, blessed Tuesday morning to everyone on the beautiful island. Francis Buckmeyer, good morning, Innocent, and the GBN crew. Have a blessed and productive day. Kidon Charles, good morning. Monica Miros Williams, good morning. Mr. Joseph, good morning. Mama Can, blessings. Good morning, my friend. So says Arthur Langayan. Cameron Andrew, good morning, my colleagues, them. And good morning, Sir Innocent. Jamaican, all right. Yeah, Sylvina Charles, blessed morning, Innocent. Give God praise for life today. Amen to your statement. No demon in hell can stop God's blessings. Amen. Okay. Yulin Alexander, I agree with you, Gordon. No devil is going to stop us from having a great day. No, not at all. Jillian McIntyre says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning, Jillian. Alicia Peters says, good morning. Good morning, Alicia. Sylvina Charles, good morning. Yulin Alexander and Mary Banks. All right, Walland Aquat, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Have a pleasant day ahead. Michelle Bernard says, good morning. Margaret Alexander, good morning, Mr. Joseph. How they do? Have a blessed day. Thanks, and same to you. Arthur Langan, my brother, what Arthur says, talking about the opposition. I saw Keith was on GBN last night making himself a big joker. Okay. I like the thought of the day. Be yourself. Don't try to be nothing else but your authentic self. Lydia Cameron. Wendy Williams. Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Lot of rain in Carriacou. Have a blessed day. That's good for Carriacou. The cisterns will get filled. Concerning the public cemetery, the government needs to be more strict when coming to the size of the houses these people are putting in the public cemetery. So says Lydia. Desmond Clovey says, good rainy Tuesday morning, everyone. Sharon Bartholomew, and okay. All right. Veronica Sandy, good morning, Gordon, Innocent Joseph, GBN, Grenada, Carriacou, Pitmatney, good morning. All right, good. Sandra Charles, Cinda Charles, rather, says, good morning, my homeland, Grenada. J. Carolyn Church, good morning, GBN. May I say, when there is a war going on and rumors of war, people and nations react. The idea of your personal and family protection takes center stage. We are living in dangerous and scary times. Our government needs to put our security measures on the front burner. Lord help us all. I wish to respectfully advise the caller to start his own program, be it on Facebook or radio or whatever. All right, nothing is wrong with a country, caller. In my opinion, when a country is developing, it comes with a package. All right, good. Let's head back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. How are you doing, sir?
I ain't do it yet, but I could do it after you talk.
All right. Well, I have a concern. Well, two really. One, in the newscast last evening, it spoke about two fishermen that went missing again, and they had a beacon of some sort. I'm wondering if we should not, as a country, put more emphasis on ensuring that safety is a priority for our fisher folk, especially those on the smaller boats and so forth. And secondly, I have not been listening to news as much as I would want to, so maybe it did come in the news and I missed it. But how did we arrive at a black jersey? A black jersey, not even a high-quality cotton jersey, as our official 50th anniversary jersey. I have to be honest, right? We are a colorful people. Look at a pot of oil, though. That's who we are. Our music, our way of life, we're colorful. How did we end up with a black jersey? No, if there is reasoning behind it and some level of symbolic whatever, then I'd love to know, and I'll gladly, take back my thing. But I think this right there is an indication of laziness. We could have done better with it. I don't know. So I need some help here. All right? How did we end up with black? Because there are lots of ways we could have gone. I want a jersey. I want a shirt that I can wear to the National Stadium and then wash, put on a hanger, and take it out on special occasions. If I'm traveling, I could put it on and people would be, wow, where are you from? What's going on? Something special, because it is 50. That jersey, when you wash it, make sure it doesn't pool against other material and so forth. I know the quality of the material. I think we could do better. We can do better. We should do better. And I don't think it's too late, because this is a national thing. I believe some of the money that was budgeted should have gone into subsidizing a good, proper representation of 50 Annex people. And finally, whatever happened to our national wear? I remember there was a competition some time back, but I would believe that if no other time but now, it is a good opportunity to have pushed that as the official thing to be all over the place for 50. Maybe somebody can help us. Have a good day, man.
You too. Thanks. Have a good one yourself. Yeah. 16 minutes on to the hour of 8 o'clock. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Mr. Innocent, a pleasant good morning to you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Mr. Innocent, I just want to remind all of us that two male crab cannot live in the same hole. So I don't understand why two male crab want to come and live now in the same hole. No way, Jose. Let that male crab stay all by himself. Have a good day.
You too. Have a good one yourself, my friend. Have a good one. Oh my goodness, never a dull moment, huh? Never a dull moment. Good morning to the wonderful folks out there in River Sally and Lataste, Rose Hill and Rivera. Good morning. Want to reach out and say good morning to a distinguished gentleman as well, Mr. Leon McQueen, Inspector Leon McQueen, the leader of the head of the St. Paul's Police Station. Good morning to you and your team. Continue doing your great works, man. Keep up the espiritu. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
All right, thank you. It's just an observation I would like to put out to the environmental people, which is so degrading. Where you see the road where that the land footage at Moline. Now, just where they close off that road, there is a precipice, which we as growing up in the area know it as a precipice. There is people who truckers, humans can't do it, using that as a dump heap. Now, the only how you could see it is to go from the sea. We went up to the sculpture park, and you could see the amount of bamboo and old galvanized and whatnot that was thrown over that cliff. It's degrading for Grenadians as well as foreigners passing across and looking at that. So the minute the environmental people, I'd like you all to go first, take a look at it from the sea. Some of the stuff are almost in the water already. Take a look at it from the sea and then put something, cut up that area there. There's some people squatting there. I don't know if they are aware of that is happening. They must be aware to see truckers coming because human beings cannot dump that there. It has to be truckers. All right? So I'd like them to take a look at it. It's very degrading and it's very serious. Please, Ministry of Environmental, take a look. And in a sense, Mr. Gatchans, could you give me a call after the show?
Okay, sure, no problem. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Okay, you too.
Good. 435-2041, 13 minutes away from 8 o'clock. That is the time. That's the number. Let's see if we can get in another caller before we take our final commercial break. Good morning, caller.
Innocent morning. How are you doing today?
I am good. How about you?
Great. Innocent, in relation to the cemetery that they was talking about, I think people probably don't understand. I think what the funeral director was trying to say is that there'll be more spaces to put bury people. So probably people could probably look at cremation, because my father was cremated. As a matter of fact, by the time I almost got to the funeral, I almost didn't reach really. By the time I reached, he was almost cremated. I didn't get much of the funeral because what happened, I had a surgery, major surgery, and it was kind of difficult. So I was kind of dragging to go to the funeral, and by the time I reached, almost he was burnt already. So probably people could look at cremation, but again, probably people might not want that because it's a Christian society, because I don't know where the government is going to get lands to have a new cemetery. And I think in some parts of the world, I think like some parts in Asia, I think they have cremation, and I think there are these public places that you could put your ash in these public places, and you label it, and then you go and you pay a fee every month or every year for the government. I think it's a system that is instituted by the government, administered by the government of those countries, and people put their ashes there. But I don't know if people really like cremation, because the majority of people like a funeral. Because when you really look at it, where would the government find a space to put these people? So, but I don't know if they go, but I personally, me and my mother, we assigned our body. I assigned my body to the medical school for research since 1995. So when I die today or tomorrow, I've given the medical school, me and my mother, we gave the medical school a legal document so they could take our bodies to research to improve people's lives. But I don't know if people would also, that might be an option, but I don't know if medical school will still have that process, or if people might be even thinking about doing that. But I just call in relation to in terms of this where we're going to put these people, because all the cemeteries are actually filled. So I was just thinking about that. And just finally, I want to also talk about similar what Mr. Rollo talked about in terms of the Constitution. And I think he's right. The fact is that, because I'm not a legal person, so I can't say I'm making any legal announcement. I just asking, was the document ratified to give Grenada political independence? I don't know. I'm not sure about that, because what Mr. Rollo is implying, apparently it was never ratified. So we were never independent, and we probably are still subjects of the United Kingdom.
Okay.
So what he's saying is making a very good point. But in terms of the cemetery, probably people might want to look at cremation.
Okay. All right. Thank you, caller. Have a good one. Yeah. Folks, we take a final commercial break in the segment, then we come back and do the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
As we celebrate 50 years of independence, Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso. One stage, one show, Grenada's best Calypsonians performing Grenada's greatest hits. Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon.
When the DJ play Peter Humphrey, she raised her hand and she tell me, Becky, no place sweeter than home.
On February 3rd and 4th, the Grenada Motor Club presents Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags at Pearls International Speedway, St. Andrews. Come out to see our local boys compete against the fastest drag racing cars the Caribbean has to offer. There will be special entertainment from one of the Caribbean's top drifters and live performances from one of our local artists. February 2nd is the welcome party at Lavo Lanes. February 3rd, Test and Tune at Pearls International Speedway. And February 4th, drag race finals. Contact us at Grenada Motor Club 473@gmail.com. Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags, February 3rd and 4th at Pearls International Speedway. This will be an epic one.
Get ready, football fans. This is your invitation to the most thrilling football event to kick off the new year. Welcome to the Sandals GFA National Under-15 Tournament. The semi-finals are ready to ignite Moon Rouge playing field in Grand Anse, St. George, and you're invited to witness the excitement. Mark your calendars for Saturday, January 13th. The first electrifying match kicks off at 1 p.m. sharp, featuring the dynamic St. John Sport taking on Eagles Super Strikers. Feel the passion, witness the skill, and cheer for your favorites. But wait, there's more. At 3 p.m., the action continues with St. Andrews Football League clashing with the formidable GBSS FC. It's a battle of strategy, strength, and sheer willpower. You don't want to miss a single moment of this epic showdown. And then the grand finale. Join us again on Saturday, January 20th for the championship match. The stakes are higher and the excitement is at its peak. Best part, admission is absolutely free. Bring your friends, family, and every football enthusiast you know. It's a celebration of talent, teamwork, and the spirit of youth football. So are you ready to be part of the action? We'll see you at Moon Rouge Playing Field on Saturday 13th and Saturday 20th January for the Sandals GFA National Under-15 Tournament. Let the games begin.
Welcome back, folks. It's 5 minutes on to 8 o'clock, the final 5 minutes in the program, which we call the wrap. And just looking at one of our Facebook WhatsApp comments. At last. I thought I was the only one who noticed and is annoyed at the black that has taken over our national colors. It needs to be addressed. Some say the flag has black in the nutmeg, but even so not predominantly black, just a little bit. All right. Yesterday, good morning, Innocent. Yesterday, I heard a child was saying her school teacher told them that they have to pay $5 for 50 years anniversary pin that was given to them. Don't know how true it is. Well, get to the bottom of the story first, right? Okay, right. Alistair Warwood Sr. says, remembering the Keith Delma debacle, Keith says his neighbor as a male crab like him. All you know, easy. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Oh, yes.
Good morning to you.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Oh, many happy returns to you, and Happy New Year to you too.
Hey, well, I don't understand you just give up on me braps like that, man.
No. I am listening. The time is not yet. It's not ready yet for me.
Okay.
I'm just listening and condensing, you know.
Okay.
My radio is giving me a lot of trouble, so I'm not hearing that clearly. So I am listening and taking notes. What I want to say briefly to my caller friends and to the nation people, Happy New Year.
Okay.
And a bright and blessed and prosperous New Year. I want to say this morning briefly, and I hope it's heard loud and clear. I want to send a request again to our Prime Minister, our Minister of Health, and our Minister of Finance, that the cataract, the laser machine at the General Hospital for eye surgeries, a myriad of surgeries for glaucoma and cataract, is urgently needed there. And they should waste no time in having this machine up and running to get rid of the backlog. People are losing their sight rapidly in this country, and we cannot take that for granted. We have to work on this thing expeditiously. Yeah? It's almost immediate, and this machine should be up as of yesterday. Please, I hope this is the last call. Take a ride to the General Hospital, the eye clinic, at 5 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday is surgery. And see for yourself what is going on there. The doctors are overwhelmed, the nurses are overwhelmed, and this should not carry on any longer. Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You too. Have a good one, my friend. Have a good one yourself. It's 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock. If someone can call immediately, we can accommodate that final caller. Caller, I'll accommodate you, but you got to be brief. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent. As we celebrate our 50th independence, I look forward with great anticipation. I believe we need to engage the services of Miss Gloria Payne-Banfull and those senior citizens who know a lot of our protocols, our emblems, so we can educate the public. Already I'm seeing a gentleman with a flag at the rooftop of his vehicle, and this is not right. We ought to do better, and for those of us who don't know better, let us all educate each other. Have a great day. I thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Have yourself a wonderful day yourself. Folks, this is where we've got to pull the curtains down on the program this morning. All those of you who called and participated one way or the other, thank you very much for your participation and your contributions. Whatever you're doing today, have yourself a wonderful day. Remember, be yourself. All right? Be yourself. Things will fall in place. All right? Listen to the voice, the little voice inside. Be positive. I love you, Grenada. Bye-bye. We join the BBC in just a matter of seconds. Have a good day, everybody.